Say this to the next Speaker of the House, whomever that may be. Think carefully about what happened to your predecessors before trying to coddle the hard right. Each of your predecessors got burnt each time. I urge the next Speaker not to make the same mistake, not just for their own future, but for the country's.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer with that message to Republicans in the House as they look to elect a new speaker. And that comes as lawmakers face a November 17th deadline to pass a government spending bill. Let's bring in right now Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia. Joe, what's going on? Come on, man.
I wish I knew, Joe.
What's going on?
Well, it's a shame. I've watched it unfold the way it has, and I know all the people, most of the people over there.
And by the way, you also know how to work it from all angles. You've been a governor.
Yeah.
You've been a senator. You know how to make deals.
This one seemed to be personal. That's all I can say. For some reason, it was personal. And I don't know all the ins and outs, but people that I know are very rational, very reasonable, centrist, moderates, Democrats, that would have naturally reached over and helped Kevin. There was a purpose and the reason they didn't do it. And
so help me out. We've been talking about the Problem Solvers Caucus all morning. Well, here's a problem. Solve it.
Right.
Vote present. And don't blow up the institution because, again, this is the first time the House has been without a speaker in American history.
I can only speak for myself. If I had been a House member, I would have been voting for Kevin McCarthy.
Regardless of your party.
No matter whether I was upset with him about anything personal or not, I would not let that interfere. But there's more to it than I know, so you'd have to ask them. But I can tell you this one seemed to be personal, and I can't tell you the reasons why. But for the sake of our country, we should have overlooked that.
So, Joe, when it's personal, again, you've been around the block. When it's personal, what do you do? Okay, you got a personal problem with me. You know there's something personal. You also know that I'll have a vote in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months where I could put you out of your position as Speaker. Do you sit back and go, oh, it's personal, or you get to work on it?
I think, Joe, first of all, you have to look at how many people basically will vote for something that they know will harm them back home politically, but they know it's the right thing to do, and they know that this is what the country needs and what you're there for. If they're not willing to step across that and they're going to protect themselves, I'll guarantee you they won't make that big leap when you're asking them to make it. So I've looked at it that way. I can pretty much tell a person if I know that they've reached over and this is against their own best interest back home and they still voted for it or still introduced a piece of legislation knowing it might be harmful.
Yeah.
But it was good and it turned out to be the right thing to do. That person's going to basically always step to the plate and go over. But this one got deeper than I've ever seen. I can't explain it. I really can't. But we're in a much worse shape.
You say you can't explain it. I mean, the era of Trumpism has been politics by gesture.
Yeah.
So these people, let's just talk about incentives. All right. It used to be if you voted for, I don't know, a bill that helped banks, what's the incentive? You go to fundraisers, the banks write big checks for you. Same thing with Shell. If you help Shell or BP, you go to a fundraiser. In this case, you've got these people who know that if they blow things up, if they blow up the House, if they attack the Speaker, if they make these gestures, they fundraise off of it, and they get tons of money from across the country. And you had people that were fundraising off of
January 6th.
January the 6th, fundraising off of taking out Kevin McCarthy and putting the House in a place where it's never been in history while they were doing it.
But what's the root cause? And you and I've talked about this before, but the root cause is the districts. When you're able to gerrymander a district and basically pick it any way you want to and have basically the ideology in your district the same as you are, and you have no repercussion because when you go home you'll have that support, they're embracing to say anything they want to do. And the bottom line is there should be a redistricting commission and basically a nonpartisan commission that looks at it using computer-driven models of how do you have more balance in there. As far as in the Senate, the whole purpose of the Senate is that we have to be a little bit more flexible and be balanced because we're representing our whole state. But in a district, you can carve out districts, and Democrats and Republicans both do it.
Yeah.
And then there's no repercussion whatsoever. So this is what you get. The other thing is that I really tell you, and I've been speaking about this forever, and I try to get a resolution that basically an ethical violation for any sitting senator or congressperson, it'd be an ethical violation to campaign or give money against another sitting colleague. You can't have a hostile work environment and think things are going to be hunky-dory when you come to work. When that person that you're supposed to sit down on the committee and work a bill has been out campaigned against you.
Right.
They gave this person money against you, did everything they could to defeat you, and been in your own state. Then on Monday or Tuesday says, "Hey Joe, how about this amendment? Will you work with me on that?" That's not human nature. So you have a hostile work environment. You've got redistricting that basically it's a loaded gun they're giving you, and they're saying, "Okay, make this work."
Can't work.
It's what the Wall Street Journal calls the era of rage that they've sunk into. Look, all of this, if this were an internecine fight within the Republican Party, that would be one thing, right? But it has real-life implications, and it has implications for the rest of the world. You're still wearing your Ukraine-United States pin, and the biggest victim out of all of this seems to be Ukraine. What happens to Ukraine funding if you're going to get held up by a group in the House?
We're going to support Ukraine. I can tell you that there's overwhelming support within Democrats and Republicans in the Senate, and I know the same feelings in the House. What happens, though, they're scared to come out against that because of they're seeing some pressure from top leader, whether it be Trump or whoever, is thinking, well, that's not the right thing. We should be taking care of ourselves. So let me just say this. The Democrats have to come to grips that we have to close that border down. We have got to have border security. And I would implore the president and his administration to call a national emergency on the border. We have a crisis. And this asylum basically should be put on hiatus for 6 months or so till we can get an immigration policy that works for our country and also gives people the chance to come here the right way to take care of themselves and their family. But you got to recognize that. You just can't say, well, we're blind to that and this is everything. But Ukraine is pay me now or pay me later, and we've talked about that. If we don't support Ukraine now, it's the best investment that we can make to get world peace. If not, Putin continues to move. They move into the Baltics, into Poland, into NATO. We're committed at that time to go help our allies.
I've heard reporting from the Trump side that there are only 25 of the whatever it is, 221 Republican districts where people are still supporting that war effort for Ukraine. The numbers are declining on the Republican side. So how do you make a better argument? The argument you've just made, why is it so difficult to sell that to the American public?
They're pitting it off. Okay, which one are you more concerned about? You concerned about the border? Or are you concerned about Ukraine? You concerned about basically a high cost inflation or Ukraine? They start putting it that way, and people start saying, well, wait a minute, that's second on my list, or that's third on my list. For world peace and to have a quality of life in this world and basically have democracy and freedoms, and we are the superpower of the world. And our superpower comes because we're willing to defend democracy and freedom anywhere in the world. If we walk away from that, Afghanistan's not a good picture for us, okay? But it's done. We can't harp on that. We can't repeat that. And we're committed every way humanly possible to make that happen. I'm on armed services. I've been on intel before. So I understand what will happen. I understand that the end game is not pretty if we don't stick with them. And we're increasing the amount of production that we have. We've all learned from this unbelievable ground war in Europe in the 21st century we never thought would happen. And everyone's learning from it. And basically we've been able to show that Russia is not that mighty might that we were concerned about, and basically I think it gave China pause and other places in the world that don't have our interests. You can't continue to do business with people who don't have your values. And you have China does not have our values, Russia doesn't have our values, Iran doesn't have our values, North Korea doesn't. Do we still have to do certain businesses? Yes, but don't rely on them for the building blocks you need for your economy, the people, and the defense of your nation.